So I've recently been reviewing some of the one-off charity style episodes from Doctor Who, and one of you guys asked me to review the Five-ish Doctors Reboot. Now, for those of you who have never seen it or can't remember, the Five-ish Doctors Reboot was a special faux documentary behind the scenes comedy episode that debuted on the BBC Red Button interactive service back in 2013 after the 50th anniversary special. It was originally Peter Davison's idea to produce and direct the episode, and originally he was going to do it as a kind of a fan video and never really was going to incorporate the BBC into its production. But when he approached Stephen Moffat in order to kind of get the okay to make the video, Stephen and the BBC embraced it and said, no, let's give you a camera crew, let's give you some production budget, and let's actually make it part of the celebrations. I think that's really great. I think the fact that the BBC and Stephen Moffat are willing to do that kind of tongue-in-cheekness, and also to incorporate some of the classic icons of the series into the celebrations, which was the 50th anniversary. Essentially, it follows the exploits of Peter Davison, Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy as they desperately try to shoehorn their way into the 50th anniversary special. It does also star the other two Doctors, who makes up the five of Paul McGann and Tom Baker, but also explains how they don't end up in the final product. And for the Tom Baker reason, it's actually really funny and does relate back to the original five Doctors. It also stars a whole raft of other Doctor Who cameos, everyone from David Tennant, John Barrowman, right the way through the eras to the likes of Jeanette Fielding and John Leeson. Russell T Davies also makes a special appearance, as does Stephen Moffat, who plays the comedy pantomime villain very nicely. I like the way the storyline panned out. I thought it was a kind of a nice little journey for the three characters as they went from desperation to master plan to actually getting in the 50th anniversary. And the final scene, you've got to wait for after the titles, don't we all nowadays? It kind of makes you think, did their plan actually work? Did they really do it? Did they make it? And then when you rewatch the 50th anniversary episode for real, you can actually say, well, that was the scene that Peter, Colin and Sylvester are actually in. And there's not much out there to say they weren't in it. Let's just say that. So I'd like to think as a fan that yes, they did make it into the 50th anniversary special, and there were 6 Doctors in that episode instead of 3. I won't delve into the spoilers because it's really worth you going out and watching yourself, because I find it really funny even after rewatching it a couple of times, and quite poignant and quite sweet in a way to see the interactions between Peter Davison, Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy, as well as kind of interacting with some of the other cameos in the documentary. So it's definitely well worth you going and tracking it down. What I will say is keep an eye out for John Barrowman's little secret, for Colin Baker and his interactions with his family, to how David Tennant was complicit in the actual storyline. I won't say any more than that. Little nods to such things as the sound effects. When you saw the video of the three Doctors and their exploits trying to get into the studio, it was kind of the 80s kind of Doctor Who soundtrack. And the moment they actually stepped into the studio, it turned into the modern day soundtrack, and they kind of went 80s, modern day, 80s, modern day. Little things like that were really nice to see, and really little things that made this kind of spoof even better than it already was. It's kind of quite sad to watch it back again, because that was it's going to be this November, it's going to be 5 years ago, and so things have moved on, things have changed. Obviously Matt Smith is no longer there, the Doctor Who experience is no longer there, David Tennant looks a bit older, as do quite a number of different people, and so it made me think, I hadn't actually realised how long ago the 50th anniversary actually was, and we're actually, not mistaken, like I say, hitting the 55th anniversary in this November. If you've never seen it before, you can check it out on YouTube or find it on, I believe it was only actually released on the Blu-ray or DVD box set 50th anniversary special. It never made it onto the one-off 50th anniversary disc release, but it was only on the box set. So if you've never seen it before, that's where you can find them. There's talk of doing a second Five-ish Doctors. I don't think they should do it. I think it should be a one-off. It should stay as a one-off. It was a product for the 50th anniversary. It was a funny product, it worked really well, the jokes landed very well, and I would applaud Peter Davison for coming up with the idea and pushing it forward, and also applaud the BBC for embracing it and actually doing the tongue-in-cheek along with all the rest of the cameos that appeared in the episode. So please like and subscribe, and stick a comment in the comment below and let me know what other episodes you want me to review. I'll be back soon with more Doctor Who video goodness. Until then, cheerio for now. Bye bye. You've made it to the end. That's brilliant. Please like, comment and subscribe, and check out my other cool videos. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.